The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And right away he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Broncos nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsay. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Gordon on first down. And running with power here. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go, defense. 21.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Touchdown, Falcons.
For the extra point.
For the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Broncos 7. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes some adjustments.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Lindsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Falcons 14. Broncos 7.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Play action. Ryan looking deep for Julio. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown,
Julio Jones. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
kick is
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Broncos 7. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a huge return all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
no doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown.
Phillip Lindsay. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. What an excellent run. And from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback.
14.
And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. at their own.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking deep for Julio. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
On 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And the Broncos 1st down.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 3rd down, Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. When the Falcons defense stands tall, they'll get the football back.
Watch that,
throwing now. Ryan on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
First and 10.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Gurley. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
21, Todd Gurley.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
By the Broncos.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter. Forget for him now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Get out! Wait!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan taking it in. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield. That's caught at the 25. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Ryan's pass.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action now. Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Again, Ryan. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ryan will throw again. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Falcons 38, Broncos 14. To kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know people see Phillip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball at the backfield and move the sticks.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. This is Gordon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not lapping it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
At the 39-yard line.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Younghoe Koo on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another run by Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. Give him 55 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10 from the gun. They'll try to run it. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That's complete to Smith. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. From the gun is Eason, eluding the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll try and choose some clock with Gurley. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley, and he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Locke. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ryan wants to throw it. Looking deep for Julio. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. 1st and 10, Eason. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DeAndre Hopkins, 76 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Play action, Ryan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Falcons 52, Broncos 29.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And unable to connect. It's incomplete.
It's now 2nd.
And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Eason. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete. Coverage by Ian O'Neal.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run here with Lindsey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can